lastly, I want to give a very special thanks to our partner, the ICC partner for this event, and one who we have been working with for more than a decade, that is Puget Soundkeeper. And not only have they been an amazing cleanup partner over the last decade, they are celebrating their 40th anniversary as an organization this year. So true, thank you. And with that, I'll just say thank you one last time, and it's my pleasure to hand it over to Sean Dixon, who is the Executive Director of the Puget Soundkeeper. So over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being out here on the waterfront. It's good. We were hanging out earlier, and it was good to see a lot of y'all that we've seen at various Soundkeeper things in the past. Some muscle monitoring cleanups, some waterfront cleanups. We've been doing this work, like was mentioned, for about 40 years, and we couldn't do it without y'all as well. And so we do, on average, across the year at Soundkeeper, about 2 cleanups per week, and they are really fueled by volunteers around the region. One of the coolest things that we just recently did with the help of Ocean Conservancy was we had about 100 volunteers over 4 days in the lower Green River, right where it turns into the Duwamish. And our volunteers pulled out 4.5 tons of garbage on a stretch of the river that had never been cleaned up in history before. And that couldn't have been done without volunteers getting in the water, getting in the muck, rolling up their sleeves, and really helping out the marine environment. So for that, we thank you. This is going to be another one of those wonderful days. What's going to happen today, once the fire truck is gone and y'all can hear me on the logistics, because our mic broke, unfortunately, literally yesterday. So what's going to happen today is we're going to hear from Tanya in a minute about some of the safety concerns. But raise your hand if you signed the legal waiver already. All right, so safety, you don't need the safety talk. No, we'll still do the safety talk. So it's going to be a great day on the water. One of the reasons that I wanted to come up here and mention that it's salmon season to y'all, as if locals don't know that already, is because that's really going to drive what I want you to look out for on the waterfront today. Salmon, as they're coming back in from 3 years in the ocean, they're staging and getting ready to head on up in their streams. They're going to spawn, and then they're going to start a whole new generation of salmon. But before that happens, they're swimming through our coastal waterways right now, hiding along the edge of our waterfronts and our creeks, getting ready to head upstream, eating whatever they can find, and that tends to be small pieces of plastic. So it is less important right now for you all to have an eye out there to find a refrigerator or an abandoned car or a derelict boat, although if you see that, please let somebody from Ocean Conservancy know. They'd love to help you clean it up. But what we want you really to do is to keep an eye out for all those little pieces out there that are in the environment. Microplastics are really, really bad for everything, especially for our salmon, our fish, and our aquatic life. They grab anything toxic in the water, hold on to it, and then get eaten. And so it's a really bad thing for our environment, our bad thing for our ecosystem, and it's horrible for all of our communities that rely on those fish as well. Every year. So keep an eye out for the small things. They're sprinkled throughout this waterfront. Our friends here at A Cleaner Alki do a great job of keeping this waterfront clean all the time. Anybody here from A Cleaner Alki group? Woohoo! Yeah! They're out here all the time keeping it clean. We're going to be heading around the waterfront, the neighborhood, the streets, everywhere. Try to keep an eye out for those small particles to save salmon, protect the next generation, and do our part for this year's returning salmon season. So with that, thank you for being here.